Hey, what's up guys? Jake here with Success Motors, and I truly have a very unique and special walk around video for you guys today. You can see it behind me. I was actually shocked about how much interest there was in the last early 2000 Suburban that we had. It sold in one day and had a lot of traction. And then I realized that these Suburbans are pretty popular also, so I went and got another one as quickly as possible. Now this one is special, guys. This one is a four-wheel drive. I guess they call it K2500, and this one is the QUADRASTEER. That's right. So this is a 2500 four-wheel drive QUADRASTEER, two-owner. Can't wait to tell you about it. But guys, my name's Jake. I'm the owner-operator of Success Motors down here in College Station, Texas. Please like and subscribe. It's super helpful. But the reason I film these videos is I'm going to drive it. I'm going to show you underneath it. I'm going to show you the Carfax report, everything that I can to show you all the flaws so you know everything about this Suburban that I know. And I do that because the majority of our vehicles actually go out of state. In fact, that last Suburban went to Ohio. So if you're able to come to College Station, phenomenal. We'll pick you up at the airport. But if not, then I try to do these videos so they can be as informative as possible. But let me hop out of the way. And again, I always recommend come to College Station if you have the opportunity. Inevitably, I'm going to miss something that you're going to see. Please keep in mind, this thing is still 21 years old, and I'm going to attempt to show you everything that I can. But this one is very nice, guys. This is a 2004, like I said, Chevy Suburban LT. It is a 2500, so it's built on the 2500 Silverado platform versus the 1500, which already makes it pretty sought after. It does have the Vortex 6-liter, so that's also a step up from the 5.3. Very good motor, the 6.0. And then this one is, like I said, it is four-wheel drive, and it is the QUADRASTEER. Extremely cool truck, guys. Couldn't beat the history, by the way. It's a two-owner. I purchased it from the second owner, and they had it since 2006. I have every single record for this truck dating back to 2006. Every oil change, every tire, every time it went to a mechanic. I think I even have fuel receipts going back to 2006. I'll go through it with you here in a minute, but you can kind of see the documents back there. Just walking around it here at a distance, and I'll begin to show you the interior. But super neat QUADRASTEER. I really dig how it looks. I'll show you more when I close all the doors, but it has these awesome fender flares that kind of pop out. It has a little bit wider track. I mean, it just looks really cool. But like I said, two owner, every receipt since 2006. It was owned the majority of its life in the Pacific Northwest. They don't use salt, so the undersides of them are extremely clean. It was kept under a carport its entire life, so the clear coat and the paint is in phenomenal condition, and no rust at all, no accidents. I mean, just couldn't beat the overall history of the rig. But let me start off with the interior. Again, this one is the LT, so I guess that is one of the higher trim levels. So you do have adjustable pedals, and you've got heated seats, and you've got memory seats. And this switch, by the way, is new. When I got it, this switch wasn't working, so I replaced the switch. Now everything is working, but you can see it's just in good condition on the door panel. It does have the Bose stereo. Of course, you can also see it does have power seats, which they do work. All the functions work. And then you can see the leather interior. I don't know if this has ever been refinished. I would say the bottom has probably been refinished. We didn't do it, but it does match well. It feels like the same type of material, and you can see there, well, this might actually be like a vinyl. I'm not sure, and it actually does look a little bit different than the bottom over there. So probably been reupholstered at some point, which is why there's no wear and tear here. But the seat's in good condition. It's soft. Like I said, it's been kept under a carport its whole life. And then again, you can see, of course, it is four-wheel drive, and everything works. And I'll attempt to show you guys that here in a little while, but everything is in working condition. Steering wheel's in good shape. Dash does not have any cracks, and the windshield also does not have any cracks. Now, it does have an aftermarket Pioneer stereo with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto or audio. That does work. By the way, I bought this thing and drove it home about 80 miles 2 or 3 days ago. It drove perfect. AC was awesome. I got stuck in traffic. No gauges, no overheating issues, no nothing. And the stereo worked great. Stereo sounds good. Connected to my phone, super easy. Just super, super nice. Oh, here we go. Here's the original VIN sticker. Pretty cool. All right, show you back here. Like I said, LT QUADRASTEER, super cool. Interior is clean. All the switches work. The seats are in good shape. Leather is soft. Leather is really quite soft and malleable. It does have slight like indentions, but those aren't cracks. Just a little bit of wear from people sitting there. But really, this is a nice soft seat still. Headliner is clean. Free of any major flaws there. Third row seat is super clean also. Probably never been sat in, just like typical third row seats. You can see right here, cup holders, and I guess you can control the air conditioner. Not sure what all these are. Really cool, nice rig. You can see up there, I'll show you in a minute, the QUADRASTEER button, which is cool. Again, I was nostalgic to these Suburbans because my mom had a Tahoe that was this color whenever I was growing up, and my friends' moms all had these Suburbans, so just love them, and apparently you guys too do as well. Again, carpets are clean, slight discoloration in certain areas to be expected from a 21-year-old vehicle. You got storage for days. Looks like a fog light in there. There you go, got a fog light in there. So I'm not going to go through all the receipts, and I'm not even going to show this because I believe it has the previous owner's information on it. But what I will say is this is every receipt since 2006. Oil changes. I mean, there's envelopes in here. Like, look at this. This envelope is dated 2010. It's got a stack of receipts, I think, for gas. 09, that one's thicker. 2008, 2007, 2006. We've got the original owner's manual. We've got the original CD that came with it, like the OnStar CD. I went through all the receipts and I found in the last 50,000 miles, like the brakes were done, the front end was rebuilt, the QUADRASTEER was redone. But then the most notable is back at 176,000 miles. So this one does have 197,000 miles. At 196, it had the transmission overhauled. So it had the transmission pulled out, rebuilt, new torque converter, and they did a heavy duty transmission cooler. That's a $3,600 receipt. That was done about 20,000 miles ago. Batteries were just done, our battery was just done, alternator was just done. And again, I've got stacks of receipts for days. I'm not gonna go through each and every one of them. Coming around passenger side, this door panel's in phenomenal condition. Seat on this side is the same, no rips or tears. Just, you know, those slight like indentions or cracks, but they're not actually cracked. It's actually in pretty good shape. Really cool car, guys. I enjoyed my time with it on Monday. No rust. Rust is definitely not an issue with this thing. Passenger side, front door, heated and cooled, I guess cooled. One or the other, heated or cooled seats, but you can see the buttons right there. Bose stereo, of course, like I said, great condition. Passenger seat works as well. This looks to be all original, so it's all matching, all original material here, in great shape, no rips, tears, etc. In here, we do have more stuff. We do have the original owner's manual. We've got some more documentation for things. We just got a lot of stuff on this rig. Super, super cool. Let me show you up underneath here, just so you know. So again, no rust, Pacific Northwest vehicle. The underside is very clean, and it does not appear to, it might have a little moisture on the bottom there, but I didn't see any oil sitting underneath it on the concrete floor. It's been sitting since Monday in the same spot, and there was no oil underneath it. So I think it's clear of any significant oil leaks. And then check out the engine bay. So of course my guys have detailed it, but it looks just like this when we got it. Very clean engine. Again, it's got the Vortec 6-liter. It's been well maintained. The guy who owned it took great care of it. Like I said, the alternator was just replaced. Super clean. I'm gonna close everything and then walk around so I can show you a condition perspective of the outside with the doors closed. Let me know what you think in the comments, guys, but to me, this is one of the coolest older vehicles I've seen in a while. Maybe I've just seen too many Excursions, and I just like the difference now of a little bit more rounded look on this Suburban. But I really like the boldness of the Suburban. I specifically like the wider track with these fender flares that gives it a real masculine look. Also, really like the clearance lights on top. That's cool. So that's factory. I remember in 2002, my dad bought a Chevy Silverado 2500 HD, and it had those exact clearance lights on top. And I remember thinking at 12 years old, that was just the coolest thing I had ever seen. And it was awesome that my dad had a truck with clearance lights. So this thing's got it, super cool. You can see because it is wider than, I guess, normal, kind of like a modern Ford Raptor, it's got these side marker lights. I guess those are needed to be legal. But it's really cool. I'm gonna get up closer to it. It's in great condition. It's a real, I mean, there's gonna be some nicks here and there and some rock chips, of course. Again, it's 21 years old. But overall, the paint is in really good condition. Like I said, there's no clear coat bake that I've seen. There's no clear coat flake anywhere. No major dents or dings or damage. Tires are all about the same. The back two tires are a little bit newer than the front two tires. Front two tires, I would say, are probably like 4/32 or somewhere in that ballpark. They are size 265, 75 R16s. You know, they're on the back 25 to 50% of their life. They don't need to be replaced right now, but they're not like phenomenal tread. Color matched. Rear view mirrors. Windows are all down just for pictures, by the way. They all work, but I'll show you that here in a minute. Looks like maybe a slight indentation from where a door hit it. I don't see a ding, I just see the paint kind of smudged. But you can see it's kind of a shiny, nice reflection. We didn't do a paint correction or a wax or anything. A few light scratches there. These are not into the paint. They're just right there on the surface of the clear coat. Those would come out with a paint correction. I mean, really a superb first few doors and fenders there. Original paint, again, no damage reported to Carfax, no accidents. Again, these fender flares I think are just really cool looking. You know, a couple little rock chips here and there, little spots where doors have hit them. Back two tires are probably twice as much tread as the front two tires. Same brand, same size. Coming around back, good condition. Wiper blade arm looks good. Again, like I said, this was kept under a carport its whole life. Like even this button looks like it's metal. I feel like that would be all baked up if it was outside a lot. Bumper looks good. Now, the only bit of damage this thing has on it, you might be able to see it, you might not. Pay attention to the gap here, normal, and then the gap here is pushed in. So the previous owner, I guess relatively recently, bumped into something in a parking lot, so it kind of pushed this bumper in. You can see it doesn't look like it caused any damage to the truck itself, but it did cause, you know, just push the bumper in a little bit. Totally non-dramatic, no big deal. Bumper's like 300 bucks for this thing, but I just want you to be aware that it does have that bumper pushed in just a tad. Driver's side, LT Quadrasteer. Sun's coming out now, getting kind of hot. Little scratch there, a little bit of a paint flake right there. We haven't seen any dents or dings, just that rear bumper. Of course, rust isn't an issue. Tires are all good. Wait till I show you the roof. The roof's in great shape. Let me know in the comments, what do you prefer? This 2500 Suburban or the one we just had, that white one? Or you're like, no, I don't want a Suburban, I want an Excursion. Trying to show you everything, but really probably, I mean, it's 21 years old. It's in great shape. I think if you wanted to get silly with it and make it perfect, you could probably do a paint correction and you could take out any of the swirls and the light scratches. I mean, you could probably make it, you know, even better than it is. But check out this hood, great condition. Of course, it's got a few little rock chips. You know, I don't know, a dozen, 2 dozen rock chips right there on the front. How could it not? It's 21 years old. But no clear coat, bake, or flake. Great condition, no cracks in the windshield. Headlights look good, bumpers look good, etc., etc., etc. All right, let me show you the roof and we'll start it. Roof's in great shape also. Whew. It's getting hot. Windows are going up. 2 sets of keys and key fobs. Starts right up. Showing you the rear windows are going up right now. They've got a nice level of window tint on them. Front 2 windows are going up. You can see those both went up. Air conditioner works and is blowing cold. Front and rear, so it's got the auto function on the front and on the rear. You can probably hear it blowing right now. Hopefully that's not too loud for you guys. Let's see here. Locks work. You've already saw the windows work. Like I said, the mirrors work. Both mirrors are working. Even the auto function works. So I'm not holding the button down. I just, one-clicked it. So that's cool. Like I said, AC's blowing cold. You can see here it's hooked up to my phone right now, so that's showing you right now that the Apple CarPlay is working. Got a text message there to read. You can see here, got 133 miles till empty. Let's see if I can show you the odometer. Not sure how to do this. Looks like, yeah, there you go. Odometer is 196,272 miles. I don't know if you can see that. It's a little bit faint. And of course the 4-wheel drive and everything works. Oh, QUADRASTEER button is cool. So everything is working with the QUADRASTEER. The guy told me how to use it. Right now it's just like set up to turn. I guess if you push the button again, you would be in like tow mode. And then I think you can push it again and I think you can turn it off. Check this out. I'm going to show you when I turn the steering wheel. Let's see if I can do this. I'm going to try to do this. Check this out. Turn the steering wheel. Watch this. See that tire turning? It's crazy, guys, because it makes the turning radius insanely short. All right. This 6.0 is just purring. No weird squeaks, no weird sounds. Nada. All right, let's take this thing for a test drive. So cool. If you have any questions, call me 979-202-1948. Whew. Air conditioner's blowing great. Seat works. I'm adjusting it right now. Like I said, it has memory seats, which I haven't saved them to me. So and I think each key is programmed to whoever sat here last. So whenever I turn it on, it saves it to the previous owner. Let me show you the Carfax report right quick. So this is available on the website. Ignore the fact that it says LS. Apparently I've learned that that is a common thing for Carfax to show LS, but it is certainly an LT. 2 previous owners, 194,000 miles, no accidents. This is on my website, successmotors.net. You guys can go check that out for yourselves. Anyway, 2004 Chevrolet Suburban 2500 LT QUADRASTEER 4-wheel drive. It's awesome. Let's go for a test drive. Goes right into gear, felt like it should. Watch this turning radius. There's a car right there. This turning radius is gnarly. Look at this, like a car just turning on itself. That was crazy. So again, I drove this thing about 80 or 100 miles one way. It was about an hour-and-a-half trip, 2 hours close to. Going 70 miles an hour down the highway, as well as stop and go traffic. Just went over a nice bump there, and it just drives good. First shift was perfect. Second shift was great. All the gauges are working. AC's blowing cold. And we are up to 60 miles an hour. Of course, I was never over 3,000 RPMs there. I wasn't pushing her hard. Certainly, she's faster than that. But you can see all the gauges are working. Fuel gauge there. Temperature gauge is down there at the bottom because it's we haven't been on for very long. That might be the transmission cooler gauge. I'm not sure which one that is, but you can see everything is working. You also saw when I turned the blinkers on that those lights on the rearview mirrors, they work. And you can see the steering is tight. So I'm one-handing it right now, going 60 miles an hour, and you can see the steering wheel's not moving at all, actually. Feels really solid, guys. Very comfortable car. Very so much something you could live with. I'm a huge fan of the GM product of this era. That's why I personally drive a 2007 Hummer H2, because I like them. The GM products are nice. No weird squeaks or creaks or cracks. Very quiet. Cruise control works. Well, we're gonna end this video here pretty quick. It's been going on for 22 minutes, kind of a long video, but very cool Suburban. I do not think you would regret it. Very clean. If you're looking for one of these things, they're hard to find in this type of condition, if not impossible to find in this type of condition. Let me know if you have any questions. You give me a call, 979-202-1948. Stay tuned to the channel. We've got a few other videos coming in, or some vehicles coming in, some new videos going to be uploaded soon. And then also, if you're like, man, I haven't seen you post that much content, it's because we've actually are listing a few vehicles on Bring a Trailer for the first time. So we've got a lot of videos and some effort going into that. But anyway, guys, stay tuned. God bless you, and I will talk to you very soon.